Why, hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I am your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield, and today, my friends, we are assisting King Elisar and the Lady Nomeriel. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot her name already. The Corsairs of Umbar are attacking Impella, which is near Tum Rost, and it's basically the vineyards of the end of the Outer Gondor here. So that's what we're doing, where we left off in the last episode. Let's get straight into it. We are helping Lord Aragorn, or King of Gondor. This attack is personal affront to me, Zollin, for this land is not just under the protection of Lady Nariel and the Knights of the Green Hills, but it falls also within my purview as the King of Gondor. The people of Impel, I'll get the name someday. Impel will not be endangered, while still I live to prevent it. Hurry! We must defend the folk of Impel from the Corsairs! Come here, you stinkers. Fight me! I knocked them all to their knees. Guardians always go first. I got one Corsairs running away and Aragorn's like, no. These are, Zollin is wiping these guys out. Remain on your guard. There are still Corsairs hereabout. The village is not yet safe. Zollin, go with Rosaran and deal with the raiders in the north. Yes, sire. The rest of you, spread out. Would that I had a company of mounted sword knights with which to sweep the Corsairs from this place. And you and I will have to do, Zollin, and we must be up to the task. This is the command of the king. This way. I'm right behind you. Alright, let's do this. I'm trying to add in our voiceovers, even though this isn't our main voiceover series, but it's still fun. Hey, you know what? I enjoy it. Hopefully you enjoy it. Don't forget to throw a like on there and subscribe if you're just joined in on watching the video. I appreciate the support, and it really does make a difference if you guys leave a like. Even if you can't watch the whole video, I understand. But it really is awesome. I keep these videos pretty short, though. I try to keep them within 20 to 30 minutes each. Kind of like a series, right? From my adventure and LOTRO tale playlists. And we are on an adventure today, that's for sure. Grab a drink, grab a snack, enjoy yourself. I'll try to make it as entertaining as possible. Pretty fun to play. Alright. Right now we're just beating up Corsairs. This guy's trying to run for his life. I'm gonna tell him no. I'm gonna stab this guy with the end of my hilt. He died from hilt stab. My axe actually has a really sharp hilt. There may still be Corsairs lurking in the shadows, Zollin. I will search inside the buildings to the north, and you should go around to the back. Okay. Roger, sir. I'll go this way. Ah, hidden Corsair. Yeah, you met the wrong dwarf this day. He's dead. Aha! You've been hiding. Aha! Takes my axe. Another one killed by hilt stab. All right, here's another one. Defeated. Found and defeated, hiding in pit. Okay, one more. You know, it was fun. My grandpa the other day told me, he's like, hey, I saw you on TV, because he has my grandma and him have me on the subscription. That was a nice thing. That was a sweet thing to say. He's awesome. He's an awesome grandpa. Of course, to him, he doesn't really. I think. I mean, TV being I'm on the TV, but you know, we're all used to saying TV being like cable, right? Television TV versus like, you know, the actual TV itself, but it's the same thing. So it was a pretty nice comment. So anyway, side note, just popped in my head just now, so that was nice. So you see this, Grandpa. Thank you so much for your support. All right, Rosaron. We are fortunate, my friend. Most of the villagers are unharmed, for the Corsairs set the hills aside aflame as they climbed up to the village, and the folk of Impel did not delay. They took shelter among these buildings at the first sign of the Corsair approach. Once we have put out the fires, most of the danger should be over. Just before you returned, I heard the dwarf Gimli shouting back in the main square. You should ensure he has all in hand. It could be more of the Corsairs hid themselves and out to do some mischief when your backs are turned. Gimli may need your help back in the main square. Hurry to him. All right, well, this is pretty... Oh, wow, look at the moon with, like, the fog mist clouds going around it. That's so cool, isn't it? Ooh, I got a little screenshot there. All right, I'm good. This is cool. Cool looking place. All right, the main square. So back in the main square of the town, we gotta go talk to Gimli. Gimli, son of Glowin. Owen and Glowin. Aha. What's wrong, Gimli? I stay behind Zollin, and I was right to do so. Some of the Corsair raiders hid themselves around the square and thought to attack Elisar from the rear, but there may be more. We should follow after him and see if any of the villains had the same idea. We will surprise any of the Corsairs that think to trap Elisar and the others. Boom, boom. Oh no, the trees are afire. They're burning. I love how they do storytelling with like fires burning right at certain times. There's one series that I like to watch a lot, which are a big channel. They're called La Viva Dirt League. It's an interesting name, and I don't know why it's called that, but they do a lot of memes from video games and things like that. And one of the memes is the guy was like, "Hurry, sir," like an NPC. "We gotta hurry, the fire's gonna burn down the building." He's like, "No, I'm gonna loot first." And he like, as long as I don't move, the fire will never change, because it's usually how it works in all video games. Fire's like stationary until the story progresses. So that was a pretty funny meme though. You should check out the video sometime. They're not sponsoring me, but I always like to shout out a video I like here and there. But and it is on TV. I mean, my grandpa is right. I mean, it is kind of cool to say, you know, being on TV or the television, right? Even whether it be YouTube or cable or whatever it is, right? So anyway, it's kind of fun. I'm still in that world sometimes where I'm like, "Ah, really? I'm not really." And then I'm like, "Oh, I guess that's what I do now." I guess I do make content that goes on the TV, right? Or the phone or the computer, whatever you're watching this on. You guys should let me know. What are you guys watching this on? I get like statistics on my YouTube, like what application, you know, a phone, a laptop, that kind of thing. But yeah, let me know. My friends, how fare the folk of Impel? Okay. I do not fully understand, Zollin. The main Corsair ships must be anchored further down the river, for most of the raiders rode here in secret, piloting small boats. Why, then, would they set fire to the hillside as they approach Impel, giving away their presence before they reached the village that was their destination? Or was it? You suggest to Elisar that perhaps the Corsairs wanted to inspire fear in the hearts of the villagers, and he nods. Perhaps that is the answer. Still, it is good to hear that most of the villagers remain unharmed. We drove the Corsairs back to the river, and most of them fled in their small ships. They may seek to return once they have licked their wounds, but I think it most likely they will not attack Impel again for some time. We should search along the shoreline and ensure that no Corsairs remain here in hiding. It is possible we overlooked some of the fleeing pillagers in our charge down the hill. Dude, he looks so cool. I love his character. He just looks awesome. Search alongside the shoreline for any signs of hidden Corsair. Oh, there's a bush. Glowing bush. I should check the shoreline scrub. A Corsair leaps from hiding place and attacks. How did you even fit in that bush? You defeated a hiding Corsair. Okay, there's probably more though, right? This is the shoreline of the river that leads out in Tomb Rost to the ocean. So the other side of that, that's Androst. On the other side, that's not in the game yet, but it'd be cool someday to see a little addition of something happening at the end of Androst. It'll probably be a long time till we see it, but I wonder how far I can actually go, and if I'm oh well, there we go. I guess that tells me the invisible instance wall. So in Lord of the Rings Online, if you're in an instance location, normally I'd be able to keep walking if it was the outside of the world, but you can see there's a magical instance wall here that's blocking my movements. So, which is good it's there, because otherwise I might have kept going and never found what I was looking for. They set fires all over. Aren't we gonna put the fires out? You guys are just gonna stand there? Put the fires out. Wait, do I have to the same bush? The potential hiding place is free of hidden Corsairs. Oh, here we go. Maybe this bush. We'll check this bush. Is there any humans hiding in this bush? Alright, a young boy emerges from the hiding place. Orgulus of Anphilos. Oh! Oh, well, look at that. Oh, Aragorn walks over. Hello. I'm sorry. Orgulus stammers nervously, overcome with fright. I told Thorongil it was wrong, and we should not follow the warriors, but he said if we didn't, that my father, Golaskil, would know his heir to be a coward. And I'm no coward, Zollin, but
I should not have listened to him. I knew it was wrong. There was no convincing him. Thorongil wanted to get a closer look at the ships. And then...
Orgulus, you were to stay at Ostandir.
I'm sorry, my king, but Thorongil...
Breathe deeply, Orgulus, and then tell us what befell Thorongil.
he sighs.
I told him we should turn around, but he wanted to get closer to the ships. I hid in a bush, but he kept going, and one of the Corsairs seized him.
One of the Corsairs, a huge lout with muscles like I've never seen, lifted Thorongil up by one arm and dangled him over the river. Is this the one of those halflings I've heard about? He asked, and Thorongil spat curses at him and said he was named Thorongil and would have all the Corsairs put to death if they didn't unhand him. They laughed at that. Oh, did they ever? I can still hear the laughter. It's terrible. But there was something about the name they didn't like. Thorongil, you say? The big fellow asked, drawing his sword. I think he would have killed Thorongil then and there, but an elf among the Corsairs said something to him, and his face became like a storm cloud. I couldn't really hear it from where I was hiding, but I think the elf was saying the captain would want to keep Thorongil aboard her ship. the big lot put his sword away and hauled Thorngill onto their boat, and they rowed out into the river, and then they were gone. I know it was wrong, and we shouldn't have come here, but I didn't know how to get out of it. And then it was all over, and it was too late. The way they spoke about their captain, it fills me with terror even now.
They called her the Reaper of the Waves.
The Reaper of the Waves. I think we know this captain, Zollin. Nakasi has reason to hate Gondor. She has told you herself that she planned to wreak vengeance upon my kingdom. It would not surprise me to learn she planned to raid every village along the river's edge in Pinith-Gelin, but the abduction of Thorngill caused her to change this plan. He may prove a useful hostage for the Kindred of the Coin, which is a group of evil mercenaries in Umbar, if you didn't follow my previous videos. But I am getting ahead of myself. Right now, we must bring this unwelcome news to Thorngill's mother, Nariel. And then perhaps we can do something to prevent Nakasi, excuse me, I keep saying it like a Japanese name, it's not, Nakasi from escaping out of Gondor with Thorngill in her custody. Wow, that was cool. That was a cool storied instance. I really enjoyed that. Did you guys enjoy that? I enjoyed that. That was pretty cool. Hopefully my voiceover did some justice there. What was going on? Uh-oh.
This outrage cannot stand.
I will not wage such war upon the Corsairs that they will not sail within a sight of Gondor for 1,000 years. I will call to the arm every knight that has ever raised sword within Pinith-Gelin to follow me and rescue my son.
I think there is reason to believe the Corsairs will not harm Thorongil.
I think there is reason to believe that the Corsairs will not harm Thorngill, Nariel. They will not see value in keeping him alive to use a potential bargain with Gondor. If we act rashly, we might endanger the boy's life. We must not risk that. I want to send someone to follow the ships. We must track them from shore and see where they sail. It is not certain they will return directly to Umbar, and if they put in a cove along the Langstrad, we may be able to rescue Thorngill before he is brought back to the Kindred of the Coin. What say you, Zollin? Are you prepared for a chase? Aye, sir. Aye.
Return to Anfalas as quickly as you can, and look for some sign of the retreating Corsair ships.
I want you to return to Amphalos as quickly as you can, my friend, and to look for some sign of the retreating Corsair ships from the coast of Thingust, if it can be managed. We need to know what direction they sail as they leave the river. We will follow after you, but a larger company must move more slowly than one dwarf. Once you determine the direction of the Corsair ships, you will find me at Lon Sirion. Go with utmost haste, my friend. Much depends on what you can learn of their course. Aye. Alright, so there's Arwen. Sweet. So we're going to travel to the travel to the south coast in the next episode. So that was awesome. Thank you so much for watching. And by the way, thank you this episode. Again, if my grandpa watches it, dedicated to my grandpa, Papa. Alright, so you guys have a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth. Thanks to my Patreons for their support. Subscribe button's there by King Elisar. Next episode will be over there. If you want to check out the next part of the story, it'll be out soon. If you're watching this, it might already be out. Probably like a few days later. And over there is a LOTRO tale where I do voiceovers in the Lord of the Rings Online like this. But my main series where I go through every single thing pretty much in the story. But it's been fun. I usually do voiceovers in this series too in a LOTRO adventure. Have a great day. Stay happy. Stay positive. Enjoy Lord of the Rings. And I will see you in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. Maybe throw a like and subscribe on there. Leave your favorite comments on what you enjoyed. See you in the next one.